Welcome back to GDQ HOTFIX, everyone. We are still Sonic and the Shiny Thing on dedicated, unconventional Sonic games, unconventional categories, and common Sonic games, collecting all the emeralds, time stones, things, bits, bobs, everything you can imagine. This marathon will be continuing through probably about midnight tonight, maybe a little earlier. This is the second of our days, so if you missed day one, you can go back and check the VODs. A few reminders that Corona Relief Done Quick will be starting very soon. We'll be starting that on April 17th until the 19th, and that'll be benefiting Direct Relief. Reminder that SGDQ has been postponed, and what that means for you is that if you have already submitted to SGDQ for either game or volunteer submissions, you will need to resubmit. Those submissions will be open the 29th, April 29th through May 9th. For more information about these reschedulings, check gamesdonequick.com/notice, and for general information about upcoming dates and events, you can check gamesdonequick.com. And with that, I think I'm going to kick it over to Kirby with Sonic Advance 2.
Hello. I'm back with fruit salad.
Hello.
Yeah, so this is kind of not a super serious super real category. I'm gonna go over what this is first. So there's a category similar to the best ending that I did earlier today, called best ending, where the requirement is off of a fresh cartridge. You beat the game and then go for the final boss. But that requires beating the game 4 times in a game where character diversity doesn't really matter because flight, gliding, and stuff like that doesn't matter. All that matters are your tricks and your air dash. And also, you have to get all 7 emeralds with Sonic only. The emeralds on the other characters doesn't matter for the purposes of best ending. But as a since that runs actually like 2.5 to 3 hours long because this game is just a longer game. So as a compromise, I'm just running through the game, Sonic only, getting 7 Chaos Emeralds on a completed file.
Yeah, so basically only the good part of the run.
Yeah, only the good part of the run, basically. Because running this game with any character not named Sonic is kind of a chore.
Will you play the true Area 53 final zone?
Yeah, I plan on fighting him.
All right. So timing starts on select first level.
Yep,
Wow.
so the timer ready?
I'm ready.
Cool, thanks, author. So 3, 2, 1, go. This game is fast and introduced boost mode.
Yeah, that's the main gimmick of this game, is that it's just fast. So boost mode works a little bit differently than the rush games. You have to have, it's something you have to conserve rather than, so if you have boost mode, you have to get it from running for a long time, or you can hit certain frames or speed boosters that will give you boost mode. Sonic will have this after image. You'll run a lot faster, you have more air mobility, etc. You want to keep that for as long as you want. That's the main goal for every one of these levels that you're going through.
Good start. I already fell into the wrong route. So I have to go back, actually.
It's all right.
Good start. Good start.
In the meanwhile, Kirby will also be collecting 7 special rings. They're kind of
I'm just gonna restart. I don't
they're kind of like little medals. Like the special rings are kind of like little medals. You have to collect 7 in order and a single act, and then you can enter a special stage that way.
I decided to restart the stage because it's probably faster than trying to find my way back to where the 4th ring is.
Yeah, this game's
it's very
follows
punishing.
a similar. Yeah, it follows a similar level design where a rush for a top route's really fast, and then bottom route's really slow.
And there's a ring right here. And there we go.
So yeah, Kirby's going to be taking a different route in order to collect these special rings I was talking about. They kind of look like winged medals. And he uses those. You have to collect all 7 in a single act to enter a special. But luckily, he won't have to collect those on every act. He'll just have to collect them on every other act. Since
Yeah, just one act per zone.
Yeah, each zone has a Chaos Emerald, so you wouldn't want to go to, say, special twice.
Yeah,
Kirby's already
so
gotten all 7.
You have to get all 7 SP rings in one go. Which is why this kind of sucks. All right, on special stages. I hope you like 2 minutes. Watching the screen for 2 minutes, because there's no way to speed it up. So the special stages in this game kind of go off of a combo system where as you get more and more rings in a shorter period of time, you can kind of build up a combo and start getting double rings, like right now. Then times 3, times 4, times 5, and so on.
It keeps going up and up and up. You also have Zero chasing you, but he doesn't really do very much. He's trying his best.
Yeah, he don't care. I don't really have any routes for this. I just YOLO it because it doesn't really matter how fast you do it because you have to wait out the 2 minutes.
And it's pretty easy anyway. It's not really You might as well have fun with it anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some fun right here. Okay, here's 0. Hey, dance party! Woo! Dance party!
If you stand in a specific spot, 0 will just orbit around you.
Yeah,
not
so
attack you.
the first special stage is actually the hardest to set this up with because he is the slowest in special stage 1. He gets a little faster and faster with each special stage. And the faster he goes, the wider his turns are. So it's really easy in the later stages to manipulate him and just going around in a circle around you.
It's really funny, not gonna lie. So yeah,
It's disco dancing. But
enjoy this for the next almost minute.
Yep, you're gonna see this 7 times in a run.
At least they're not as hard as the Sonic 1 special.
I think I'm concerned about special stage 6 because that one's actually pretty difficult to YOLO without a route, but I'll manage. We know my track record so far, so I'm probably gonna fail a special stage somewhere. When I failed one in Rush Adventure, multiple actually. I failed one in Sonic Rush yesterday and I failed one in Sonic Advance today. So I'm probably failing one today.
We believe in.
But yeah, so there is a trick system in this game where every time you go off of a ramp or a loop or a spring, you can trick in one of 4 directions. There's neutral, which is basically backwards, forward, up, and down. Sonic has the best back trick, forward trick, and up trick in the game, along with air dashing. The only bad part about Sonic is that he has a really bad down trick because it's basically a bounce attack that prevents you from moving for like 3 seconds.
It essentially affects your air momentum whenever you trick. So like you can sort of do a double jump off, but as long as you're hitting a spring. With the up trick, do it upwards. The backwards hit is, or the forward trick has like no goal, but it gives you a lot of horizontal speed. And then the backwards trick is like a jack of all trades, where it gives you a little bit of vertical height and also horizontal speed. It's pretty good.
So yeah, since I got the first emerald already, I'm just gonna make this an 80% run through of Act 2, and I messed up, but oh well, that's okay.
Leaf Forest Act 2 is a little bit infamous for having a lot of places where Sonic will suddenly stop if you fall onto a certain slope, because we assume it's because of specific subpixel positioning that makes it really difficult to navigate. We don't exactly know why Sonic comes to a dead stop, though. It's definitely not intended for sure.
Yeah, this game isn't really programmed well enough to handle the speed that you can go at in this game. Sonic Advance 3 improved on it a lot overall. You don't get stopped by slopes nearly as much as this game does, but there are still some times where you just get screwed over by subpixels in Advance 3.
Moving on to the first boss, most of the bosses, are going to be auto runners. So Sonic's already going to be running. He's always going to be running, and Kirby wants to air dash towards Eggman and roll into him. Most of the time.
Fun fact: Sonic is better than Cream for the bosses in speedruns. Most of them. Main reason is because air dashing is so important that Sonic is the only character who can reliably catch up to the boss so quickly. And firing cheese as Cream has a 2-second cooldown.
Yeah, so you get a better DPS with Sonic most of the time. So that's not to say that Cream is much better. It's definitely way harder to do quick kills with Sonic.
Yeah, but as someone who speedruns this game, I find Sonic's strats much more reliable than Cream.
So this is Hot Crater. It's kind of early for a lava zone, and I believe Kirby will be getting the special rings in all the Act 2s from now on.
Yep.
Whereas the last zone is Act 1
for Zone 1. Correct.
Yeah. So he'll be collecting the special ring for Act 2, featuring this one vanilla. Hot Crater's a really fun zone. It really shows how fast this game can be. It's probably one of the not the best zones.
Yeah, a really solid run of the stage is sub 40, but I made like one mistake somewhere. It just went well enough. All right, so now I have to get all the special rings again. And most of them are in the top route.
It was a little bit interesting because you have to go out of your way in order to get those special rings, but it can also be a little annoying because
you have to slow yourself down a lot. Yeah.
If you fall down, like... So Sonic actually has 2 additional attacks. He can also do a somersault like you saw in Sonic Advance 1. It has way more cooldown than actual assault Advance 1s. Hardly ever see it, but you know, when it's useful, it's useful. Also, Sonic can sometimes homing attack. I think instead of an air dash, you can homing attack.
Yes, you can homing attack, but it's only useful in like one spot.
Yeah, not that useful.
Last ring right
25.
here. We're good.
Yeah, that was pretty fast.
Yeah, that was solid. One mistake near the start, but otherwise fine.
Now
Okay,
we're on to
special stage 2.
Special stage 2, and we basically said everything about the special stages in the first one, so...
Yeah, special
not
stage
much to
2
say
is
about this.
probably the easiest because the rings are laid out in a way to where it's really easy to build up a combo. So, I haven't done this in a while, but I'm gonna see if I can hit 99 rings. It's that easy.
I'm going for a ring attack world record.
Yep. Gotta go for the world record.
Otherwise, runs rip.
Ah, I messed that up.
Rest in peace.
Here.
So you notice at the end of the acts where he doesn't get the special rings, he's gonna want to slow down as he's going past the the red, no, the yellow, the blue, and the red markers. And that'll just save him a little bit of time.
Yeah,
It's like sort of a bonus game.
in real time.
It's sort of like a bonus game at the end, sort of like something that you might see in a Kirby game. It's a little bit weird.
Because like the faster you go at the end of the stage, the farther you have to skid, and you lose real time from that.
Yeah.
It's what you want to do if you're going purely in-game time, though. But it's not really that big of a deal. It's not really worth going out of your way to adjust unless you're like not going in boost mode already. So
Yeah, if you don't have boost mode, then you could skid immediately.
all right, where are you, Zero? Hello there. Hey. Guys should
And
probably
we
stop
get-
because some people will probably get motion sickness from that.
We got dance party again.
Woo.
At long last. This next boss is a little bit unique because it takes 8 hits for the first phase and then 8 hits for the second.
I think it's 4 hits for the cannon and then 8 hits for the main body. We'll see. I just
I don't remember. Eggman's gonna be piloting this tank, and then he has to shoot the cannon of the tank, and then afterwards he has to hit the tank itself. And the projectiles will shoot in different ways.
It is 8 hits on the cannon, so
Yeah, so it's a pretty durable boss. A lot of newer players might have troubles with Sonic.
I don't know, right? A really good time for me is like a little over than 15 seconds. There's a really fast way to get the quick kill on a cannon, where you kind of just roll into it and stay rolling into it to hit it on the first frame possible over and over again. But I messed it up on the 4th hit.
It's really difficult to position yourself really precisely while you're running. That's like the main gripe with the boss fights here. Coming up is the worst zone in the game. You want to talk about how bad this zone is?
Yeah, the good thing about this game is that it doesn't have a casino zone. The bad thing is that this zone exists, which is a casino zone except 10 times worse, because this zone is pretty much designed to screw you over in every way possible and slow you down everywhere, and it's very glitchy. And also has very bad enemy placements where you just get bonked because this stage has really terrible stage design. And everything is just there to waste time. They're not to make anything interesting. So if things go well, you're probably not going to see any of the negativity of why the stage is terrible. But if I make like a mistake anywhere, then you'll probably start seeing why the stage is terrible. And there are like countless spots where you can just lose all your speed just because this zone's slopes are not well programmed at all. They're very jagged. So
Yeah, you shouldn't be seeing too many of the gimmicks here, as most of them will try to slow you down, as well as some of the bottom routes. Like I swear there's like a piano maid in like Act 2 that loses like a lot of time, 3 seconds.
yeah, you lose
right?
like roughly 4 or 5 seconds per pipe, and you have to go through a minimum of 2 pipes if you fall into one because you don't have any lateral speed at all.
Yeah, so this zone,
pretty
it could just be
terrible.
a huge.
This zone is the worst zone in the entire trilogy, like by far. All right, SP rings time. Fun fact, if you run on that rail, you can just miss it because the stage is well programmed. I actually took the wrong route. I have to restart because Sonic can't get to the top again. I was mixing it up with the 90% route. But yeah, the input for the air dash is just double tapping right or left, but usually you want to do air dashes like really close to the ground.
Yeah, because you can build speed doing consecutive air dashes on the ground.
What's wrong with me? Whatever.
So yeah, you want to do air dashes like consecutive air dashes on the ground because like you can build up that way. And then so long as Sonic is running for long enough boost speed.
So I was supposed to go up here. Okay, that... No, that's not a problem. I just have to go through this piano maze of death. It's very, very slow. It's terrible.
It does look very terrible.
I don't remember if this is SP rating here, but I'm gonna hit the boost pad anyways. Oh, come on. And these piano keys are also not pretty bugged. There's a random chance that you just lose boost mode at the very end of them. Because the stage is very well programmed. You can tell if we had nothing positive to say about the stage.
It's an absolute train wreck for sure.
Terrible. Only positive thing I have to say about it is that it's unique. But that's not necessarily always a good thing.
The music's alright, I guess.
The music's fine, except it reminds me of the stage, so it's pretty terrible for me.
Oh yeah, that rail.
Yeah, that's why the music sucks, just because it reminds me of the stage. If you like the stage, I apologize for hating on it. Actually, I don't apologize because it's terrible. But we're about done, so.
We won't have too soon.
All right, get excited for some zero dancing. But yeah, the ring attack world records for all these special stages is 999 rings, except for the last one, I believe. Last one's the exception. No one's been able to hit 99 rings for that.
All these backgrounds give me a little bit of a headache. So bright.
I don't really blame you.
Fine, I'm fine. It's actually funny to think about because the special stages were ridiculously non-lenient in Sonic Advance 1. And then these are always, literally always 300, so they're pretty free.
Whee! All right, how's everyone's day? Well, I'll just hold upright. Bonk, bonk. What's up, Zero? So yeah, if you were paying attention, you notice that its turns are a lot wider now, so it's really easy to get in the middle now, compared to stage 1 and 2.
How's your day going? I spent the day before this run playing Persona 5 Royale. I'm playing this video game now.
I've been doing some advanced 3 practice.
Yep, Advanced 3 is definitely my favorite game to speedrun, and also has the most interesting category for the best endings. For the shiny things.
Yeah, sure. We'll be seeing that in just like a few hours.
Yep, ran by this guy named Fruit Salad.
Yeah. But I also helped my mom tear up a carpet. We're gonna be hopefully replacing with hardwood soon. So yeah. As you can tell, there's not a lot to say about special stages. They're
the easiest in Advance 2, but also the least interesting.
We got to see Zero dancing at least. Zero makes, I believe, his final appearance in this game. I don't want to say.
I don't remember.
I don't want anybody to be like actually, but no, I don't know that much about Sonic, so. So something interesting about these Eggman fights is that if you were to play on a fresh cartridge, then he would actually be holding one of the characters hostage. And so for this one, he would be doing it for every other odd zone number. So for this boss, he would be holding
Tails.
It would be Tails here. It would be Cream in the first boss. And then for the 5th boss, Knuckles would actually be trying to kill you. It's pretty interesting.
All right, Ice Paradise. It's very nice. If there's something that the 3 advanced games have in common, it's that they all have an ice zone, and they're all pretty cool. Especially Advanced 3s. Probably the best one, in my opinion. This stage is pretty cool, too, though, because it's just go fast, go fast. It's very smooth if it goes smoothly. But that's kind of the trend of this game. Like, it looks really sick and smooth if you don't screw up anywhere, but if you get screwed by sub-pixels or make a single mistake, then it's really hard to recover and everything just goes to hell.
Yeah, it's just like, it's a nightmare to manage, not gonna lie.
A speed shoes here. So normally you can get boost by running for a long period of time. If you have speed shoes, that becomes much easier. And the more rings you have, the quicker you can get boost by just running, which is relevant in a few stages for ring routing.
Yeah, so if you have about like 80-ish rings, then you'll start running and then you'll gain boost. And so it's really important to keep that in mind in later levels.
You also have homing attack. One use of it.
Let's go homing attack.
Yeah, you use it to homing attack a penguin, but there's an item box in the way, so you intentionally do it to hit the item box.
It helps gain you a little bit more speed.
Yeah, horizontal speed. Okay, gotta be a little careful here. Oh, okay, well, I can get to the top route with this, so we should be good. So yeah, there's a top route I'm taking that's really slow, but I kind of have to take it because all the rings are up here. Special rings. Blind jump, didn't get it.
I believe you would have to, with a different route that you would take, you would have to make a platform cycle for that specific special ring.
Yeah, but I don't like memorizing cycles, so I just wing it. Because I'm lazy.
Fair enough. And that is the last special ring right before the end. And another one of these special stages, kind of hard to say things about these.
Yeah, so Chad, how about we say what your favorite Advance game is? Since we're on the topic of Sonic Advance. Because I have nothing better to talk about. But yeah, I mean, if you missed me saying this in my Advance 1 run, I like all 3 a lot. I think they're all great and have been played differently enough that like it's perfectly valid to like one over the other 2 and vice versa. But I think I like 3 the most, both casually and speedrunning wise. But they're all great.
Like these games are different enough where they all play a lot differently, and so like you'll be good at one of them and then be not so good at another one. You have to like learn them separately, which I think is pretty cool.
Yep. Like for me, I guess from a speedrunning standpoint, I mean, Advance 3 is definitely my favorite by far. But I think then I would like speedrunning Advance 2 with Sonic the most after that, and then any character in Advance 1, then any character with Advance 2, because this game, I like it a lot as Sonic, but it's really boring with anyone not named Sonic. And because the problem is that to go fast, all that matters is boost mode, and the level layouts are laid out in such that things like gliding and flight do not help you, because they typically just kill boost mode, and the entire game is boost mode. So the thing that distinguishes characters from each other is not their actual abilities, like flying and gliding, or chow, but rather what their tricks are, because tricks matter a lot more than actual flight in this game. And of course, Sonic has air dashing and he has tricks, the best ones in the game. Amy's the second fastest character because she has the second overall, because she has the second best set of tricks in the game. But Cream, she's terrible at bosses, whereas Cream is kind of the opposite. Cream is the slowest character in the game, but she's really good at the boss fights. Similarly, Tails is also the slowest in the game.
So Tails slows up the game and not so good at boss fights either. So
yeah, so Tails is the
really
worst character in this game, unfortunately.
Knuckles is he's alright.
He's like decent, yeah. He has his glide landing from glides exploit, which is good. Right.
See, there's a really hard quick kill you could go for here, but I don't think Kirby's going for it.
I messed it up, but that's okay.
That's a common theme with a lot of these bosses, that they have a quick goal you can get at the very beginning, and if you don't get it, then it just snowballs.
Yeah, you can kill this boss in like roughly 8 seconds, 9 seconds to get the proper quick kill.
And so there you go, that's Ice Paradise done. Woohoo! We're moving on to Sky Canyon, which is probably, if you played this as a kid, then you probably got stuck or quit on
A lot of people don't like it.
one point.
For good reason. I like it, but it's one of those stages that are you're just constantly climbing and has bottomless pits all over the place. And it's fast for me to reset there because I missed a jump. So here's the thing about this game, with jump pads, you can press A on a certain frames on a jump pad and you'll get a different amount of speed and or height. So I got less speed and height in that one right there. I got the second latest possible frame, and which means that I had very little time to jump off of that little platform. If I did it 1 frame later, then I would have completely missed the platform and I'd have to trick out of it. If I did it any earlier, then I would have a lot more leeway with making that starting strat. So yeah, the timing of your jump pads is really matters a lot. And since each frame changes your trajectory so much, you kind of have to improvise and react appropriately, which honestly is kind of annoying.
So Sky Canyon has like a lot of weird enemy placement, a lot of bottomless pits, and a lot of vertical climbing, which is fairly uncharacteristic for it. So those are a few reasons why a lot of people don't like it. But sometimes the later you get into the game, the more like traps that they set up for, like parts of the game just throws you into a bottomless pit frame if you don't have boost mode. And like that's like,
go ahead.
That's just like one of the reasons why people get stuck on this casually. It's just because the levels are kind of designed like a nightmare.
So another thing about this game is that the number of rings you have matters for your general physics, because the more rings you have, the more acceleration you have. And I need around 10 rings to make that jump. Otherwise, I pretty much can't make it, and I have to take the really bottom route and miss the special ring here. So I was kind of going out of my way to get a few extra rings.
Yes, of course, you can't miss those special rings, especially in Act 2.
Okay, I got unlucky because I got a random ring box and I got 1 ring from it, I think. And that changes a lot of things too. I got 5 rings from that, so I'm gonna have less air mobility than usual soon. Keep that in mind. I think I took the wrong one actually. Ooh. I have to reset because if you die, you lose all your special rings. So.
That's unfortunate. Again.
That is unfortunate, but hey.
It happens. The estimate's pretty high, so it should be good.
Good to see the route again. Yay. So yeah, getting these 3 rings for more air mobility.
Hopefully, we should get better. What am I saying? We could get better luck with those ring boxes. They're actually like random. They can give you like 1 to 100 rings. Really
yeah, I think the best you can get is 50 rings. 40 or 50, I don't remember. A lot. And that changes a lot of things.
Yeah, just because of how the speed works.
Come on.
Which makes me wonder if it's actually random in time attack.
Oh, no, they're set to 10 ring boxes in time attack.
Oh, I see.
So I fell to the bottom path and I hit a pass swapper that sticks me on the bottom route, and there's no way for me to get SP ring again. So I have to redo the stage again. Because I can't fly, so. Okay. Attempt number 3.
So coming up is going to be the egg saucer boss, a boss that a lot of people don't like. Mainly because it's got like a hand and a laser at the time. And the hand actually has like crushing boxes. A lot of people might remember that from the casual playthrough. We'll see it in a moment, but yeah. Pretty nightmare boss.
on rings.
Gosh, these random ring boxes aren't being super nice today.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really a big deal, but yeah.
It helped to have the extra rings.
Yep. It makes a big difference because you're practically playing a different game if you're comparing between 0 and 100 rings, because it changes that much about the physics. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, the boss is terrible, but we're gonna have a special stage to do first. So let's do it.
We're gonna fight the real boss of this run, 0.
All right, we're done.
That was really fast. You still have a minute and a half to spare.
Oh, should I go to the bathroom? Should I get some more water? I don't know. What do you think? I don't need to go to the bathroom. I still have plenty of water, so I'm good.
Just drink water. We need to stay
Drink
hydrated.
more water. Just drink more water.
Just gonna remind everyone to stay hydrated.
So, let's talk about the boss coming up. It's a lot of people's least favorite bosses for good reason, because it has really janky physics, and there's a hand that will one-hit KO you. It counts as a crusher death, so it'll just kill you flat out.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Not all the
it's
time.
seemingly random. I don't know why, but basically the boss has 2 hitboxes. There's the cannon, which is optional, and there's Eggman himself, which takes 8 hits. To hit Eggman, you have to hit him from all the way above him, meaning you need to have a lot. He needs to be very, very low for you to hit him. You can either do a frame-perfect insta-shield to hit him from the side, or you have to time your jumps to do uphill slope jumps and memorize the runway. Because periodically goes up slope, down slope, if that makes any sense. You'll see.
Yeah, how the layout without ground works.
So I'm going to kill the
Either way,
cannon.
it's not.
There's both good and bad reasons to do it. It's a good reason because you don't have to worry about it sniping you. It's bad because it makes the hand become more aggressive.
Yeah, the
So,
hand will do some different attacks if you already killed it.
Mhm.
Cannon's a pain to deal with, so it makes sense to
I prefer killing it. I think Combo Blaze doesn't kill it. He prefers just going straight for Eggman himself. But yeah,
And probably a more difficult strat.
you kind of just wing it for this fight. There's a lot of luck to it, but with a lot of practice, you can do it kind of consistently. It's not the worst boss in the game. Well, in speedrun setting. Of course, this is one of those bosses where Cream is like way faster than Sonic for obvious reasons. So yeah, there was a slope jump I did by memorizing stage and knowing the timing of when that slope's coming.
Yeah, really use those slopes to your advantage, but only if you have knowledge how this works. Oh dear.
Yeah, I
almost
should have.
crushed Kirby, but
I shouldn't have survived that, but we take those.
I think it feels like it depends on how you get hit by the. Like if you're on the right in the middle, and it'll crush you.
Slope,
If you're on
please.
the edge, you're fine.
Okay, never mind. It's gonna attack again. Halfway dead. That's hit number 5.
You see how this boss can be like. There's just so many little things about it that
6.
Are-
Wait.
Kirby will sometimes be using an insta shield to try to expand his hitbox in order to hit Eggman faster. Or from a different angle that you normally wouldn't be able to hit him at.
So not a very good fight, but I consider it a good fight in a real-time setting to be like less than 40 seconds with Sonic. But hey, I didn't die.
Yeah, I didn't die, that's all that matters. Got kind of lucky with that hand there, otherwise played it really safe.
So I hope I'm streaming at a high enough bitrate to handle the stage because aesthetically there's a lot going on in this zone, and hopefully the quality will be good enough. I mean, it's GDQ stream, so it's probably good enough, but we'll see. So I need 17 rings here to get boost mode right there.
So this, ooh my god. Can't look at the screen too much. It's actually like hurting my eyes.
I don't blame you.
Techno bass is a little bit interesting. It's like, you know, you got the unique zone, the unique theme music plant, and you also got this one. It's like you're in cyberspace or inside a computer.
Okay, wait for cycle.
We'll be seeing a similar theme zone in Sonic Advance 3. Not too many gimmicks with this zone. There's these arrow blocks that will send you in one direction. There's a lot of bottomless pits as it's cyberspace, so I guess it makes sense. A lot of bouncy things overall, so it's a pretty interesting zone. With surprisingly few gravity gimmicks.
Yeah, the gravity gimmicks will come in Zone 7.
Yeah,
Because every Sonic game has to have a gravity gimmick.
you'd think it'd be this zone, but it's not the case here. And I believe it is this act in which Sonic actually can get all of the special rings.
Yeah, it's impossible to get all the special rings in this act of Sonic. Well,
So you
unless
have
your name is
to- you have
TAS.
If you're a tool assisted, then you could do it, but yeah.
Ring 1. Okay. Not one fall down here. Okay. Well, it's a little unfortunate, but we'll manage. Right. Here. Number 2.
And I also think that, don't quote me on this, but I think this is one of the longest, if not the longest level in the game.
This is a little unfortunate. It's uncommon for me to fall down there, but oh well. Kind of messed up there.
There you
too.
go.
So yeah,
You covered it. It's good.
I recovered. 4. I want the invincibility because I don't want to lose my rings, because that's very bad. Come on.
It'd be easier to run through this whole game if you're always. See, there's a lot of separate little detours that you have to go out of your way, but not too out of your way for this level.
We're basically done. Okay, that was a little scary, but we're good. This stage has kind of an 80% route where you pretty much like jump across the second half of the stage, because the design of the stage is laid out such that you kind of zigzag back and forth between layers. But you can skip a lot of that with specific jump and finish in like 30 to 40 seconds. But if you mess up anywhere, then you lose like 20, 30 seconds right there. Because you have to take all the zigzaggy routes then.
Yeah, it just winds back and forth. Otherwise, it's just a really long stage anyway.
This is actually not a good start. Okay, let's recalibrate a bit. That helped. I think this is one of the special stages that I actually have a bit of trouble with, because it's hard to maintain a high combo, and lines of rings just kind of lead into dead ends. So
Yeah, that's what makes the other special stages so easy, is that they're all just kind of lined up together, so you can easily just get a really big combo, max your way to 300 really fast.
yeah, like I messed up a lot, so I'm gonna have to actually get all these rings manually. But I should still have enough though.
This is gonna be a nail biter.
Oh, okay. We good.
Okay, yeah, there's still plenty of things to collect in this map. It's actually a little bit worried for a second. Is special stage 7 just as hard?
I don't think so. I think this is the hardest. This is the hardest one for me.
Interesting. It's usually special stage 7 that's like by far the hardest one. I guess special stage 6 is the bad one in this game.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the boss a little bit. It's like the most RNG boss.
It's the worst boss in the speedrun. Worse than the hand, because the hand is janky with the 1-hit KO and physics, but at least it doesn't decide whether you can hit it or not. This boss does that. It's basically a Sonic Rush boss where it's basically, okay, you can hit me randomly, or you're not allowed to hit me for the next 20 seconds.
Yeah, and so how it works is that there's these gray platforms that will either spin around whenever Eggman activates them, and gold platforms will shoot out spikes. Sometimes he can do both at once.
And you can do both at once multiple times in a row, so you pretty much can't use any of them during those patterns.
Yeah,
And
to
it's
make
all down
matters
to luck.
worse, like he shoots projectiles at you, and that's just a thing to deal with. And much like the other boss fight, you have to hit
Go
Eggman
there.
on stone. There's no like, it's like very tight.
I don't have rings, so I'm not going for it. It's really hard to dodge shots while you're on the platforms. Okay, well. I also actually forgot to RNG manipulate start of the fight. You can RNG manipulate the very start of the fight, first pattern. All you have to do is just not hold right the entire time. And then he's just gonna do nothing for like the first 3 or 4 seconds, which is really nice. Time attack is the opposite. You want to hold right the entire time for the first few seconds to get that pattern.
Oh, it's different.
Yeah, I didn't know that until Combo Blaze told me. I'm like, oh, huh, interesting. And like this fight comes down to whether he gives you patterns to hit him or not, and also how many bounces you get, which is effectively luck. Like I can hit the same spot and he'll just hold right, and then I'll just bounce off of him completely, or I can get like 4 bounces in a row, and it's effectively luck with how subtotal alignment works.
It doesn't like really make that much sense. Okay, there we go. We gotta grab some rings. So that boss, it's just a huge nightmare. A lot of things.
Yeah, like I don't blame people for saying the hand boss is the worst boss, but if you know how to play the game quickly, this boss is way worse. Because there's nothing you can do about some of the patterns. Okay, so Ecutopia is coming up, and it's my favorite zone in the game. By far. Epic music, fun gravity shenanigans, etc.
It's just really, really fast if you know how to do it. But if you do it casually, like there are some where if you don't have boost mode and you like hit a ramp or hit a spring or something, the game actually like plummets you to your death.
I'm getting a barrier for safety just in case I get hit by a rat, so I don't lose my rings. So I need at least
really important.
roughly 45 to 50 rings to get boost mode in this route coming up here. 42 should be fine.
Those outer space segments are a little bit like the egg rocket outside segments, where the game's basically telling you that you're above a huge bottomless pit.
Pretty much.
That rat seems pretty random.
It's not random, I just landed too late. I'm supposed to land just before it and then spin through it. But
Oh, that
I
makes
mistimed it, so. So I have to be a little careful here because some of these ramps just send you to your death because game design.
Yeah, as I
should
was
be able
talking
to make
about
this.
earlier.
Yeah. So if I didn't have like 100 rings, then I wouldn't be able to make that. So
And if you didn't know that tricking was a thing either, like a lot of casual players don't know that you can actually trick. And it makes the game so much easier when you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
All
there
right,
we go.
so time for Act 2. 6 of the 7 SP rings are in the first third of the stage. And don't blink because you're going to see them all like get collected in like 20, 30 seconds.
It makes it sound like it's really fast.
Yeah, the zone is awesome. There's number 1. Number 2. Just a bit of auto delay, so. probably a little bit off compared to what stream's hearing. There's one at the very bottom here, and that's number 4.
And there's a rare use of like kind of like a bounce bracelet attack, sort of, where
Really slow.
Sonic basically just does a ground pound. It's really slow, but you know, if you need to go down somewhere like really fast, really far down, then you know you can use it. And it can also break certain barriers that are downward, and you have to use it for that. Otherwise, it's not that useful.
Unfortunately, I didn't get more than 10 rings from that random ring box, but oh well.
Is there a speed cap? Is there like a ring cap to how fast?
I have no idea, honestly. I've definitely felt some effect with like over 150 rings.
Sounds really insane, honestly. Like, it seems like there's no cap at all, though there might be one at some point.
Probably is one, but it's probably really high that it effectively doesn't matter.
Of course. Just seeing some interesting sequence breaks with these gravity shenanigans. Kirby's already collected all 7 special rings, so just gonna beat the stage now.
Yep, the
We're on
7th one is
special stage
conveniently on the any percent route, so near the end.
So it's essentially just an any percent route, but first 20 seconds to take a different route to grab a lot of special rings. We're on to the last special stage. If you guys like 0, then this is gonna be the last time we're gonna see him, unfortunately.
Or 0.
He deserves better.
Like, you can tell they actually put in a lot of thought into the layout of the rings here, because the rings near the edges are spaced out such that you kind of have to swerve in and out, but you have barely enough time to get those rings while still maintaining the combo. So it's actually pretty cool. Difficult, but it's pretty cool. And we should be good, though. There's like 40 rings all in the mid-center. No, bleh, I can't talk. All into center, so. All these 5s back here. If I know how to get them, actually.
Yeah, those red and black rings with the 5s on them, those should count for 5. More like coins, if you ask.
Yeah, they look more like coins than rings. Yeah, I mean, this one is easier to hit the goal for, just because, again, the rings are laid out so that you can barely maintain a combo, but still get a lot of them. In Special Stage 6, they aren't, so... yeah. But this is also the only special stage where 999 is not the world record for ring attacking, and I'm guessing it's just because there aren't that many rings in the stage in the first place.
Look at him go, moving so fast.
Look at him go!
He's orbiting you at a higher rate, greater radius.
Yeah, like he's basically going around the entire screen now because he's so fast.
So fast, and his turns are so wide at this point.
Okay, so the 7th boss is weird. You have control over the gravity. Press up, you flip the gravity upside down, and if you press down, then you flip it back to normal. And I'm gonna try to manipulate the boss into not doing these rocket attacks by being on the same floor as him. And making sure I don't die like that, because I forgot to get the first few rings.
So I'm pretty sure this boss is called the Egg Frog, and you want to like hit him. It's like a kind of like a gravity, so you want to hit him while you're below him.
Or not.
And you can hit him either if you're flipped upside down or right side up. I think Eggman controls his own gravity, but you can control your own gravity too. It's pretty strange how it works.
I want rings. I want rings. Give me rings, please. Thank you. All right.
Are the rings always in the same spot in these boss fights?
I believe so.
That would make more sense.
Okay. This is actually probably my weakest boss fight in terms of execution, so I'm not surprised that it's not going very well. But hey, we got through. A really good fight is like roughly 20 seconds or lower, so
Imagine you just string a lot of hits by rolling into him over and over.
You keep rolling into him, and then between invulnerability frames, you just doing a little air dash to keep your position and keep repeating. But it's hard to do, which I'm about to do on the first boss here. So this is the XX zone. It is a boss rush.
Yeah, so we hope that you like all the other bosses that you saw, because we playing through all of them again. Except they're at half health this side, so it's
Thankfully, oh my goodness.
So it's just gonna be 4 hits for each one, besides the final one. It's also good because Kirby will have another chance to maybe poke at quick kills for these.
Yeah, so there's a quick kill for a third boss, which is coming up right now. And it's a lot easier in the refight because the boss is closer to the right wall than in the original fight, which is so you can kind of just get yourself stuck there. And then keep hitting it repeatedly, like that.
And because he has less health, so you don't have to bounce off in time.
Yeah, you don't have to do it perfectly because, yeah, 4 hits. Take a hit intentionally. Never mind. I was trying to take a hit intentionally so I can go through the bombs and then go for an uphill slope jump, but that's okay.
You can't get all of those traps. Pretty hard to, at least.
Alright, so this boss will always spawn right here, so you can get a free hit if I were a little bit farther right, but I wasn't.
Oh dear, that almost got you. It's just really a wonder why that hand just doesn't crush you. Other times it does. So strange.
It feels like it's more likely to do it if you've killed a cannon. Because the hand, again, the AI of the hand changes once you kill the cannon.
Yeah, it seems to alternate between the... Oh no.
Yeah,
Alternate between cannon and the hand.
Come on. Get the insta-shield.
You see how finicky these hitboxes are. It's basically only where Bright Say it says it is.
Alright, so that's the boss with janky hitboxes. Upcoming is the boss that's luck hell.
Is there any way to manipulate this first phase? Or is
Not
it
that
too
I
far
know
into
of,
thought?
but thankfully it's only 4 hits, so...
Yeah, I
much
only have to get
easier.
lucky once, basically. Nice double hit.
And I can't hit him because the platforms, again, he says no. And can't hit him because he said no.
For the final phase of this zone, I think everyone will be pleasantly surprised for an unexpected change.
Yeah. So this is the last refight here, and then we're going to face the actual final boss. He went off screen.
Seems like Cream and Cheese would have a field day with this level.
Yeah. Some of the bosses at least. Boss 5 and 6 for sure.
All right, moving on to what I believe called like the egg golem or something. I don't know, but you're finally not running. Instead, you have to hit the head of this Eggman robot. Platforms will rise up to a ceiling with spikes. You have to use these platforms to spin dash into Eggman, and sometimes he will shoot a laser out of his eyes. Sometimes he'll move his arms too. Could be one more boss after this.
Yes.
Looks like you can damage those hands too. It doesn't seem very efficient to do so.
You can destroy them, but it's slow. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's the final boss of the main game. Again, this isn't really a real category. If I wanted to fight the Supersonic boss off a fresh file, I would now have to beat the game 3 more times with Cream, Tails, and Knuckles, and watch the credits once as well. And then I would unlock the final zone. Thankfully, you don't have to get emeralds with them. But for the purpose of just kind of demonstrating the good parts of this, I'm just gonna go ahead and go straight to True Area 53. So yeah, Supersonic fight. The only way to damage this boss is to have his missiles hit himself. That might sound familiar.
You have to hit the missiles at a specific angle in order to hit him. You have to be preemptively thinking about your geometry.
So the patterns are random, I believe, but the timing of the missiles is not random. So like hypothetically, you can always get the same time if you play perfectly, no matter what. Because I distracted myself by talking and missed time to dodge. Oh well.
This final boss has some really great music, I gotta say.
This song is great.
Time should be after whenever the timer freezes on
Yep.
the 12th hit, I believe.
Time will be coming up soon. Oh, I'm almost dead. I should be careful. And actually get some rings. I think that last missile did not hit. Yeah, this is a little scary. Give me rings, please. Rings?
You need a little more rings. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We got like one ring
Rings,
there. That was actually really
rings.
scary.
Rings!
Oh.
The clutch! The clutch! Alright. This is more comfortable.
Oh, that was really...
Should be one more hit.
One more, you got this.
Yeah, it's really hard to hit him in this form, so attack.
But he just keeps
Time.
doing this attack.
Not
Oh, there
clutch
goes
at
time.
all. Not clutch at all.
And I believe that's it for Sonic Advance 2.
Yeah. Actually underestimate like the previous run I did. But no, that didn't happen.
You got all the special stages first try.
Yay! I broke the record of my own record of failing a special stage in every run I did. Yeah, no, that's that.
So that was a
Fun
lot of
game.
fun.
Yeah,
That
fun
was
game.
really fun. I had a lot of fun commentating.
Past game, definitely a steep learning curve because you kind of have to practice each stage until it just becomes muscle memory because you're not going to be able to react to anything. But still very fun to speedrun.
The
as
backups
Sonic, at least.
slow. Yeah.
And yeah, you have to know all your backups because if you do a full game run, you're gonna mess up somewhere and you're gonna get on the wrong route somewhere. But yeah,
So yeah, it's
All right. Well, thanks so much. That was a really fun run. We're gonna have, and immediately after that, we're gonna be seeing Fruit again with Sonic Advance 3.
my
so
favorite.
stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
See you later.
Bye everyone. Thank you.